there's this big thing called King of Hammers that happens in January. It's kind of like the first big off-road race of the year.
Yeah, end of January into the first week of February, and it is the pinnacle of, I'm going to say, to start off the desert season, but also it's something that these guys that started King of the Hammers, they got together to go out and have fun, and then it became like, hey, I bet you I can go crawl that rock and make it up that canyon, and that's kind of how it was born.
And literally now it's like, how many people and cars show? I mean, it's a big production, right?
We get 100,000 people out in the desert in Johnson Valley, and it's in the high desert up in California, and it's insane how many people
But this didn't start like 75 years ago, like NASCAR. This is like what, 10 years ago that this started, or 15? I mean,
I'm going 15 to 16 years.
So it's fairly new.
Yeah, and they come out in their 4x and their Jeeps and stuff, and then all of a sudden one guy's like, well, I'm going to make something special to go climb that canyon. My buddies aren't going to do it. Here, hold my beer.
And then all of a sudden now you went from, and that's one reason why I learned yesterday why they have the Everyman Challenge. Those are the older cars, right?
Yes.
The older vehicles that used to do King of the Hammers.
Yes.
So it's kind of nice that they still have that division, because what's running right now, the 4400s, are these the hammer cars? These are the expensive.
They're all really hammer cars when you come down to it. It's all the different classes. TVs, you have the Legends class over 50, which are some of the older Ultra4 class.
Well, we saw a truck. I did some video of a truck. I think he said it was like a 57 or a 47 Toyota.
That thing is bad to the bone.
Yes, and he runs that.
But they have so many classes for the older guys. But to get to hammers, you have to kind of, you see one in the background, but you got to race some of the Ultra4 races to qualify.
Okay, so that's what I found interesting. Yes. I thought you could just go to hammers. You're like, no, you have to actually kind of qualify by coming to some of these Ultra4 events.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Unless you're the king, like Raul Gomez, he's a two-time king. He doesn't have to be here, but he's out there killing. I think he's running like third right now.
He was doing really good when we left to come out here.
So, yeah, it's one of the things that's, it's a big thing to qualify. And, a lot of the MC classes you can come out and do stuff. But when you get into the big hammer cars like the 4400s and the Legends, I mean, you got to be out here and you got to qualify. And that's what it's all about. And you just don't want
and what qualifies you?
They have a rookie program too.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay,
yes.
So, but what qualifies you when you come out here? If you've just finished the race,
you just have to finish and just get out here and compete. And that's what.
And is that, you think, a way for them to make sure that maybe you don't have some total rookie go out there and get hurt in the desert, or?
King of the Hammers is part of everything, but it's a standalone race. But it's also part of the Ultra4 USA series, which kicks it off. So.
Okay, so we're learning here, folks. We're learning here.